Okay, it's going to be a video assembling the Badger Basket flat bench top and storage box. It's basically a kid's toy box we got from Amazon. So yeah, just an assembly video and quick review. So we'll start off with a quick unboxing. Okay, so pretty simple. Looks like just the sides, bottom, and top, and a couple of hinges for the most part, some screws. Unfortunately, as most of the Amazon reviews mentioned, a lot of these corners are kind of beat up a little bit. So I don't know if this is the front or the back, but you can see that corner's kind of busted a little. I mean, it's not busted, but it's not very clean. Here's another one where you can see that this wood's just not in great shape. You can focus. There you go. I don't think it's anything that's going to affect structurally, but there's another one where the laminate's kind of messed up. But not a great start. Those look like most of the damage is on the inside, at least, so you won't see it from the outside. But anyways, it was cheap, so we're going to try to put it together and see how it turns out. These are the entire instructions. It's just basically 2 steps. Just screw everything together and attach the hinges. Both the hinges and the soft close latches or whatever. So yeah, I'll get started. I guess the main thing is to make sure that these hand holes and the sides are facing up. This little notch in the front is facing up, and on the back, these little boxes are facing up. The bottoms of all the panels have a little horizontal notch cut out where the bottom slides in. So that's another thing, is make sure you don't forget to put the bottom in. So it should be a pretty quick video. I'll just time lapse it all. You can see me putting it together. Just real quick, the main boxes are going to be put together with these bolts. So they're not screws, they're not pointed, they're bolts. And these barrel pins are going to drop into the holes. So for example, this is the back panel. This pin is going to drop in this hole with the screwdriver slot upwards. Then when you put the sides on, these bolts will just kind of go through the hole here and screw into these barrel pins. Okay, I had to fight that to get the first panel on. Maybe, looking back, maybe the better thing to do is just start by screwing the side onto the back, one of the sides onto the back, and then slide the bottom panel in the notch. Once you got these 2 screws in, maybe do it upright like it's shown now, instead of trying to start it with it on its back. I think maybe that's a better approach. But anyways, I got those 2 screwed in. Again, I'm using a hand screwdriver. Don't use a powered one because this wood's really cheap. I had to fight the bottom panel going into one of the sides because one of the corners of the bottom panel was beat up, and so it made it thicker than it should have been. So I had to kind of squeeze it down and shove it in to where it should go in the channel. So again, this is a cheap thing, so be careful with it and take your time. But yeah, I'll keep going with the other sides and the front. Okay, so there's a main box. Pretty, again, pretty simple, pretty straightforward. It can only go together one way, to be honest, because the bottom has to slide into all those four walls, and it feels sturdy enough. Again, I had to fight the bottom go into one of the slots in the sides or the front or something because it wasn't totally flat. It had been kind of crunched and separated, but anyways, I forced it in. It's good there. So we got the box together. Next is looks like we attach the hinges and also these soft close mechanisms. So I'll start with the hinges. Looks like we're using the H screws and the J screws, which are going to be the H are the shortest and the J is the longest. The I's that are used over here are the ones in the middle. So again, I'll use the shorter ones in the front here, these four, and then the longest one down on the top. Put on both of those hinges, and then I'll screw the lid on. Okay, so these hinges, you can see I start with the top screw just to get them situated. These are still loose. I like to start out on my screws first just to make sure everything goes in. And then once all the three screws are in, I'm going to come back and tighten all these down on both sides. I'm pretty sure I have this in the correct orientation, but looks like in the picture the place where the spring is contained is towards the bottom. These swivel around, so mine were kind of all funky looking, so you just have to swivel these around so that they match. Have to do the same for the bottom there. Screw those in nice and snug. Again, don't over tighten anything, just nice and snug. And so yeah, I'm gonna finish screwing these in. Again, not over tightening, just until it takes a little bit of resistance. And if you can hear the wood making any noise, it's probably too much. So if the wood starts making any creaking noises, you probably want to stop. So just snug them up. Doesn't have to be super tight. Okay, so I'll tighten that one, add the hinge, and then put the lid on. Okay, so just put the top on. If you've got two people, somebody to help you hold the lid while you do the screws, would definitely recommend that. If just one person, if you saw what I did, use your legs and your knees and your body and everything, go from behind to help balance it. I started one screw in here in the little hinge. Once I got one screw in all the way, I went over, did one screw all the way on this hinge, and that held it in place. Just recommend have all your screws nearby and handy. Mine were here in a little pile, and then I put them up here on the table there so I could get them. And so you're not having to leave the lid freestanding. You can keep a hand on it at all times. What you don't want is you don't want that lid to fall backwards when you've just got a couple of small screws in, because it could break it. It could tear it out. So just take your time, go slow, support the lid. I was thinking maybe another thing you could do is lean the box on its back and then have the lid on the floor behind it. And maybe that way you could line it up, maybe support the back with a piece of styrofoam underneath it or something. Anyways, you can get creative if you want, but you can do it with one person like that. But again, just take your time, support the lid while you're doing it until all the screws are in. And again, don't over tighten any of the screws. A couple of mine I felt might have stripped out, gone a little deep, a little too much force. So just snug them up, make sure they're flush contacted, and then leave them alone. Don't over tighten them. So yeah, let's see if this works. Hopefully this doesn't fall apart when I try to close it. force to close this. But I guess that's part of it. So way more force than I was expecting to close it. Definitely opens pretty easily. Takes a good bit of force to close, but hey, that's good. This is, again, from our kids' room. And we were specifically looking for a larger toy box that had a soft close lid so that they wouldn't be slamming their fingers shut. So, yeah. Again, pretty cheap construction, but it seems to have gone together well and does what we need it to do. Today is February 16th, 2025, and so I'm going to put this in the boys room today. If we have any issues with it, I'll drop a comment in the info below. Just look at the video info. You know, if it breaks in 2 months or whatever, I'll put a comment down there saying it broke, you know, in April. If you don't see any comments below and it's 2026, 2027, just assume that it's still rocking. So if you got any questions, feel free to ask. I put a link to this in the info below as well. And thanks for watching.